Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to 3Y TV. And tonight, we are 48 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, a half pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. It is round number 9 of the OSCA Sportsman series, and tonight, of course, we're here in sweet home Chicago, Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet, Illinois. Practice just getting wound down and complete here for round number 9. Oh, the race name is Jolietland. There we go, Jolietland 130 here at Chicagoland. And of course, I'm Mike Goodman, running solo. Matthew's not going to be joining us here tonight, but of course we have Carlos Acosta behind the scenes getting things done here tonight, and shaping up to be a pretty good race here at Chicagoland, looking at some of the speed charts so far. And right now, Gilberto Javier Gomeres is topping the charts. Austin Beers second, and Damian Leininger third. And of course, we have the points. I don't know, do we have the points, Carlos?
Yeah, we do. Give me un momento, por favor.
All right, we'll get that up in just a second as, again, we wind down practice. And there you see Nick Indocado still has a pretty commanding lead over Damian Leininger now, who is getting hot at the right time. Although he's second in the speed chart, or third in the speed chart, sorry, right now. Not a lot of confidence. He doesn't have a lot of confidence here, but we'll see how things go tonight. Kian Rally holding on to the third spot. Cooper Johnson. Who's that?
Me.
Why is that?
Because I finished pretty decently in third tonight's ladder race. Not ladder race.
Yeah.
Strictly stock race.
Strictly stock race. Yeah, good show you put on there tonight, and what a fun race that was, and just showing the good product of racing that could be had here at Chicagoland. Almost getting that victory. And speaking of the booth taking over championships, here we go. We got the Broadcasters Cup. Kind of had a good week last week, and Carlos, you're still within arm's reach, and Matthew now bringing up the rear. But it's going to be interesting to see if Matthew's going to make his picks in time. Otherwise, I heard we have a fill-in guy, namely Vic Bloom. And we'll see.
Like I said, I hope he likes Nicholas Monticelli.
I mean, you have a good reason. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, one of his better tracks here tonight. And of course, here tonight in the Jolietland, was it 130?
130, yeah.
130. 43 laps in the first half, 44 laps in the second half, and the top 13 will invert tonight. So watch out for that, as qualifying now is underway. I think Dustin Dewar is the first car to hit the track. Nathaniel Cherry. And Nathaniel Cherry still filling in for Dallas Myhan in that 26. I believe this is the last week. Dallas is out on his little business trip, so hopefully we'll see him back next week at Nashville. There's our points leader, Nick Indocado, in that 4 car. Having a pretty strong run, kind of overcame a lot last week with a lot of damage and whatnot, and still able to get two solid runs. Ooh, did he hit the wall there? Is he going to stop in time before he hits the line? Yeah. There we see Caden Tuft, who had a awesome run. I think he had the first half victory last week as well. Got Nicky into 44. It's a pretty snazzy looking car there. No one making a lap as of right now. But Dewar, first one to make a lap with a 31.2. Laps are kind of coming in. Lap number 1 of 2. Dewar, instead of having Elvis, he should have like a Blues Brother or something on the side of that car. Oh, Monticelli getting sideways. Welcome back to OSCA, doing a little dirt racing. Hey, that dirt track's not too far away there in a little complex. Actually, I don't even know if that dirt track's even still there. Probably half that stuff torn down now. hopefully this track will not be suffer of the same fate.
Well,
Caden, hey, this track's way better than the street race.
oh no.
But-
I'm not saying I'm hoping it. I'm not saying I'm hoping it does. I'm saying it probably already is.
I've heard mixed reports, and who the heck knows? It seems like it changes.
From what I
every
heard
week.
right now, it's just a holding place for vehicles, like new cars.
Yeah, I heard that too, but they heard they're not going to tear it down. That they still have plans to maybe do some certain events there. I don't know, but who knows? But Caden Tufts right now on top of the speed charts. Damian Leininger second. Gomera is in third. Cooper Johnson now bumps him off that third spot. Qualifying, about 2 minutes to go here left in qualifying. See, there's a couple cars waiting to take their laps. There you see Austin Beers. He was pretty quick in practice, but did he make a lap? He didn't. Where do I see him on the speed charts? Oh yeah, sorry about that. He is fourth right now. There's Indocado, somewhere on track. There he is. Trying to make those laps after getting in the wall. Oh, gets close to it again. See, this should be his first lap right down on that apron. And one of the nice things about this track, there's so many grooves you can run. I think generally in these Xfinity cars, you want to hug that bottom, but things can be done up top, so there should be plenty of room for racing. Plenty of room for clean racing, which I'm sure Vic is hoping for tonight. Ooh, was that a wall hit there?
No, sorry, I was looking at because remember I have access to both of my camera feeds. So I was looking at the wrong camera feed, thinking it was the one we were showing.
There's DJ Weeks in the 18 car once again, and there's Cameron Rich. Hearing it shows 21, but pretend it's a 15. Like flip it upside down.
So
and sideways.
let me actually explain that. This was a decision made like 4 hours ago when the 15 driver wasn't able to make it. We decided that we would just have him in the 15 car, and I think he just forgot to change paint schemes. Happens.
It does happen. Of course, the 21 normally driven by Thomas Capuano in the penalty box for 1 week. But it looks like qualifying's done here. We do have one driver here in the booth. We might get him up here quick.
We got to get our picks pretty quickly, but
we should do that. Oh yeah, we'll do that instead. It's probably not.
No,
important.
we can
pick first.
Yeah. You pick first, Vic.
Okay, okay, I got you. I got Matt an actual real pick. Are you ready?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Austin Beers.
Damn you. All right, I'm second, so I'm gonna go with the actual pole sitter of the night, Caden Tufts.
Caden Tufts. All right. Well, I'm gonna go with the guy who is pretty hot right now, and that's not Damian that we see on the screen there because I don't want to jinx him. I'm gonna go with Cooper Johnson in the 91. He's been having a pretty good, strong season here. Once he got in the groove, things are going good for him. I'm going to go with Cooper Johnson. But with that, we'll go through the driver lineup here quick. The qualifying results. I got to get
Wait. Who did Carlos pick? I'm sorry.
Caden Tufts.
Caden Tufts.
Thank you.
And of course, that is our pole sitter. And he is driving for Weekends Woodsman, and he's in that Chevrolet from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. And alongside him is Damian Leininger for South Shore Racing, and he's from Bakersfield, California. Oh, yep.
We have a development update. Brent Jones has said, info to the booth, this is the same virtual chassis that won at Kentucky a few weeks back. So watch out for that.
Ooh, so watch out for that. We'll keep an eye out on Brent Jones having a strong run at the end of last year. Has been missed out in the past couple weeks. We'll see what he can do. But anyway, going through the rest of the field, in the third spot is Cooper Johnson in that 91 for Beers Motorsports. He's out of South St. Paul, Minnesota. And alongside him is Cameron Rich, again in that 15 car for 6415 Racing, and he's from Yorktown, Virginia. And alongside him in fifth, it is the short track kid of Austin Beers for Beers Motorsports, and he's for out of Northampton, Pennsylvania. And the next guy in the field here is going to be Kian Raleigh. He's going to be looking to rally through the field here and get some
Oh,
points back after last week. What? Shift for Shift Esports, and he's from Highland Heights, Kentucky. And in the 7th spot is Gilberto Javier Gomera, and he is for S2 Racing, and he's from Worcester, Massachusetts. And in the 8th spot alongside is Nick Indelcato in that 4 car for Shift Esports from Syracuse, New York. And starting in the 9th position, DJ Weeks in the 18 for In-Law Racing, and he's out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. And alongside him, it's a hunka burning love. It's Dustin Dragon Doer in that 32 car for Do Good Motorsports, and he's out of Medford, Wisconsin. And in the 11th position, representing Home Place Beer Company, it's Vincent Isabella in his Beers Motorsports Toyota, and he's out of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. And alongside him, it's the Land Shark, Kynan Jones, in that 73 In-Law Racing Chevrolet, and he's from Blackwater, Queensland, Australia. And in the 13th position is Ray Bracey for Wall-E Racing, and he's from Charleston, South Carolina. And alongside him, it's Mr. Wingtips, David Carpenter, for 3 Pedal Mafia, and he's out of New Jersey. And in the 39 car, starting in 15th, is Jordan Tarble in the 39 for Mountain Type Motorsports, and he's from Thomas, North Carolina. In the next position here, 16th, I'm kind of lost where I am in rows here. I'm just reading down the list. It's David Westergreen from South Shore. He's out of South Shore Racing Stable, and he's out of Illinois. And then next up is the 05 of Robert Hill Jr. in the Mountain Type Motorsports Chevrolet, and he's from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Raider Nation. And in the 18th spot alongside him is the 03 of Dylan D. Thomas from Mountain Type Motorsports, and he's from Denison, Texas. And in the next row, starting in 19th, is Zach T. Evans, me fine. And he's from he's in a Wall-E Racing Ford out of Princeton, North Carolina. And alongside him is Mr. Chicago himself, Nicholas Monticelli in the number 16 Nurse Aviator Racing Chevrolet, and he's from Hamlin, New York. In the next row is Neil Rutt the third in the 60. What? Uh-oh. What's going on?
Speaking of Neil Rutt the third, he just took a little bit of a ride. Do you want some help here, Goody?
Yeah, maybe. This might.
All right. So you got Neil Rutt. So I got some other ones. So out of the 6415 Racing Stable in the number 44 Toyota is Zach Skotnicki from Buffalo, New York. Up next is John Lynch in the 86 for In-Law Racing out of Yulee, Florida. After that, filling in for Dallas Myhand, who's on a business trip, is Nathaniel Cherry in the number 26, and he is racing for Shift Esports out of Alberta, Canada. Up next after that is Cody McLean racing for Weekend Woodman in the number 5 out of Rochester, Pennsylvania. After that, in the 26th position,
Yep,
is Jack Ely for Beers Motorsports out of Wall, New Jersey. You can take the rest.
All right, perfect. In the 27th position, in the 96 South Shore Racing Chevrolet, it's Adam Tepe, and he's from the dirty side of South Bend. And in the 28th position is Alex Kenton for Weekends Woodsman, and he's out of Wyoming. In the 89, he's got that fast chassis. Let's see what he can do. It's Brent Jones for Mountain Type Motorsports, and he's out of Dorr, Michigan. In the 25 is Seth Rawls, Rocket Man, out of Shift Esports, and he's from Peabody, Massachusetts. And in the 31st position is Aaron Lineman for 3 Pedal Mafia out of Ocean, New Jersey. In the 32nd position is Ty McIntosh for S2 Racing, and he's from Asheville, North Carolina. And in the 33rd position, in the 35, is Rashid Coles for Weekends Woodsman, and he's out of Brooklyn, New York. And rounding out the field is Adam Peeler for Nurse Aviator Racing, and he's from South Carolina. And there is your field for the Joliet 130.
no, Joliet Land.
Joliet Land. My bad. So Caden Tuff's going to lead him to the green flag. Should be going green this time by. All right, this time by. Let's go. Lights are out. And right now up front, the guys who showed speed last week, Caden, Damian, and Cooper starting up front. Last time we seen Cameron Rich out there, he was in the mix as well. And let's see if guys like Beers been on the schneid in victory lane for a long time. Can he get it done? We're about to find out. As we're about half a corner from taking the green flag, pace truck's going to dive down pit road. Here we go. Caden Tuff's going to lead him to the Geico restart zone, and green flag is out. We are racing. Right now, drag race going into turn number 1. See if that bottom line's going to pay off, but Damian might get a good run on that outside. Oh, Damian gets loose. He's in the wall. Big wreck behind him. Dewar's involved. Gomera spinning in the infield. I think everyone pretty much didn't get a lot of damage. Damian got into the wall. He might be the guy with the most damage out of this deal. I think everyone was just kind of reacting to Damian getting loose in the corner. Yeah, just crossed up, and Gomera and Dewar getting together. They're going through the grass, going for a wild ride. Take a look back here between the 32 and 99. See Damian get loose. I think Dewar try to keep it a little tighter. Gomera's just washing up out of the corner. They get together, go for a ride. In fact, we do have. I'm just gonna put him on the spot since he's just here to pick on. Here we got the in-car view of Gomera. Yep, just getting together. Trying to avoid the chaos there. So we'll bring in Dustin Dewar, who got involved in that wreck there. Dragon, this is Goody up in the 3Y TV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, so it looked like you went for a little wild ride there. You seen that 12 car get sideways. Is that kind of just a little calamity from that?
Yeah, I honestly don't know what happened to me. I seen that 12 car go for the ride. I was well clear of him. I must have got ran over from the back.
Yeah, it seemed like kind of racing got a little tight there. But how bad's the damage for you?
I'll tell you guys in about 10 seconds.
All right. Didn't look like you and Gomera got too bad of damage. In fact, Gomera is still holding on to that eighth position right now.
Well, the good news is 0 seconds.
0 seconds, just a little ride. Hopefully, you didn't burn too much of those tires up. And feels like it looks like you got a kind of a competitive car out there tonight. You expected to work your way up through the field again?
Yeah, well, I mean, what a way to start a race, right? Finally qualified well. Good restart, and yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. I'll be back up there though. I did burn the tires up. I don't like the shape they're in, but a lot of racing left here. I'm gonna come back in and top her off for fuel.
So we'll top her off and get back out there and go get them. Work your way through that field. Have some fun.
Yeah, you better watch me, boys.
All right.
The dragon's coming.
The dragon is coming. All right, that was Dustin Dewar in the 32 car going for that wild ride. And yeah, it appears that both the 99 and the 32, not a whole lot of damage there. I think Damian did come down pit road as well, getting some of that damage fixed. You see Carpenter, Dewar, and Leininger on pit road right now at the moment. So it shuffles the top 5 up just a little bit. Tuff still holding on to that top spot. After all the chaos, Cameron Rich worked his way up into second. You know what, Carlos? I'm still surprised you didn't pick Cameron Rich. That's your boy, man.
My boy, but I gotta catch up. He'll get me good, but I feel like Caden Tubbs is gonna be able to get that extra point.
You know, and I think you have an unfair advantage. You know, him being 14 years old, he's got a quicker reaction time.
He's also Canadian.
Yeah, and he's Canadian, so I feel like you're cheating right now.
Yeah, well then, get behind me in points, and then you can pick it for me.
Hey, that's fair. All right, we're ready to go back to green flag racing, lap number 5 of 43. And actually was talking to Dewar before the race here, about 33 laps on tank of fuel, so still going to be short with those guys that pitted. Green flag's back out. Caden's got a good jump on the field, and that's going to leave Cooper Johnson and Cameron Rich battling for that second spot. Kean, sorry. It's been a while since I've done that, so I was due. Kean tried to work on that outside, kind of held up by Rich there a little bit. And here in the 44 is blinking quite a bit. That might be an issue there. But a lot of these guys, I would say anyone in the top 10 right now could definitely have a shot at winning this race. A lot of these guys showing a lot of speed throughout the season here in OSCA, which I can't believe we're is it halfway today? Yeah,
We're halfway through the regular season.
Man, halfway through the regular season. That's crazy how time flies when you're having fun. As right now, a guy who's having a lot of fun is that 000 of Caden Tufts holding off Cameron Rich right now. Looks like Cameron closing in, not letting him get too far away. Looks like he's got a run going down into 1. What line will he choose? Will he have a chance to take a look? Not this time. And pretty similar lap times between Caden and Cameron that last lap. And a battle right now looks like shaping up between the 9 of David Westergreen and the 99 of Gilberto, who did go for that little bit of a ride just under that last caution. Maybe the tires not as happy as they were, kind of falling out of that top 10, battling Dylan Thomas now for that 11th position. Dylan's rocking that throwback. I thought that was one of the prettier throwbacks. I believe it was, although Zach Evans running that Mark Martin throwback that did win the OSCA throwback, tournament, which was he running? He's running it. Nice.
Yeah,
I
think his plan is to run that car a majority of the rest of the season, if I am to be believed by what he said. So,
well, yeah,
there's some information on paint schemes for you.
Yeah, see, I think that's necessary because that scheme is awesome, and we've seen the 44 down pit road. I think that might be because of his internet connection issues. So hopefully he gets that figured out and gets back out there. Being currently scored the last car in the field in 34th position, but here we got a battle for the 3rd position between Raleigh and Beers. And, Kean, he's seen victory lane this season, but he's still hungry to gain points on that 4 car. There's only two spots, 2 cars between him and Kean. And Beers, of course, caution is out. Oh, Damien. Oh, Tepe in the wall after the caution's out. I think it was a lot of trouble in the middle of the pack. That might have been a bad angle to hit for that 96 car. Yeah, it looks like a lot of damage to the right side of that 96. Unfortunate for him. I was joking last week about the misfortune, but not what you want to see for Adam Tepe. McLean getting in. That's that back straightaway. Looks like maybe.
Oh,
that was ahead of him. Oh. And Damien really, he was on the apron and really not a lot of room to move up. And of course, Tepe was there and got him in the wall. I'll have to see what happened to start this wreck. He was still ahead of that. Huh.
the 16. Who's the 16?
Monticelli. Some cars choosing to hit pit road now. We might be close to getting to that point where maybe you can make it on fuel from here.
Yes, they can actually make it about 33 to 34 laps on fuel.
Okay,
the
so
10.
Ooh. Oh, McIntosh. Oh boy. Monticelli kind of clogging up. couldn't tell who that one car was that hit the outside wall.
It was the 80 of Bracy.
Yeah, it was Ray Bracy.
Bracy, okay. So the Monticelli. Ooh, Bracy gets in the outside wall going into the corner right in front of Monticelli, right by Jack Ely as well. Kind of helped him go around there. We get a good angle of it. Oh, Lynch involved in a little nick. I think he saved it. But Bracy definitely getting the worst of that Monticelli, kind of just a victim of circumstances there. And of course, Adam Tepe, hard hit in the outside wall as well. So definitely not a good start either for the 12 car of Damian Leininger. He must have thought I picked him, but I did not. So Caden Tuff still holding on to that lead. So we're in the window where these guys can make it on fuel. So these guys who came down pit road, which I believe is 13th on back, Cooper Johnson leading that group of the guys that came down pit road. And Dustin Dewar staying out on the racetrack, pit under that first caution as we talked to him. But still going to be a long way to go if he can make it on fuel. The caution laps will help. So the 32 may be an iffy one, but I'd have to think a lot of the guys in the top 10 for sure would still have to come down pit road unless they get a benefit of a lot of cautions. Then, of course, you're also dealing with tire wear as well. And I don't know if any of these guys took tires. Adam Tepe still extended stay on pit road trying to get that damage fixed. Caden Tuffs, the rookie, hasn't been racing like a rookie so far this season, getting that victory last week. We get the one to go. Once they hit the stripe, the field will double up. Get ready to go back to green flag racing. Caden choosing the inside line. How about Vincent Isabella? Started back in that 11th position. He'll be outside now in that 4th position. Be alongside his teammate. A lot of those Beers Motorsports 6415 Racing Alliance right up there towards the front at the moment. And I believe I see Kean was one of the guys that pitted. He was back in 14th, and Nick Delgado pitted. He's in 15th. So as always, the fuel strategy and pit strategy here in these halves get quite interesting. And remember the top 13 invert. If the half ended now, I think Cooper Johnson would be the one on the pole. But of course, we have a long way to go. About 30 laps, I think 29 to go once they hit the stripe here, once we get going back under green flag racing. Pace truck's going to dive down pit road once again. Caden hits the loud pedal. We're back under green flag conditions. A decent jump there for the 00. And these jumps that the leaders have gotten, not as much as we've seen in other tracks, but certainly an advantage being able to control the restart as Cameron and Caden work it out, get single file, but those two guys, two teammates, Beers and Isabella, they might be teammates, but they will not roll over for each other. They give it 100% every lap. But Beers gets the advantage in the meantime. And how about Dylan Thomas battling Kean, or who was that? Who was he alongside? I thought I saw Kean. Oh, that is I'm sorry, that was DJ Weeks. Has
You're
the
gonna
same
have more
sponsors.
faith in the man.
Kind of confused me. I do. I think I do. Then you got Kynan Jones there in 7th spot. The Rocket Man Seth Rawls running in 8th. And John Lynch, he did get a little bit of that damage under that caution, but he stayed out on the racetrack. Must not have been enough to bring him down pit road. He rounds out that top 10. But Nick Delgado came down pit road, already working himself into the top 10. Working his way up through the field. running one of the quicker laps that last time by. And Caden Tufts right now in clean air. Running the fastest. Ooh, back in the pack, 3 wide. I believe that's Tarble, Ty McIntosh, and Robert Hill. Able to make it. But yeah, there's plenty of grooves to race at here at Chicagoland. And me find Zach Evans has a front row seat to it. Here we go in the 3 wide TV multicam. Is that new, Carlos? Is that new gloves for Zach?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. That's blue camo. I like it. That's cute. I like it. Again, Zach Evans right now currently scored there in 22nd position. I think just biding his time, trying to work his way up through the field. A little conceited there, trying to look at himself on the TV broadcast while he's racing. Trying to battle Jordan Tarble for that 21st spot. We got a smile on Zach Evans. Carlos had to do it, but still, he's smiling. Caden Tufts still your leader here. 25 laps to go. But again, I think the big question is going to be, can these guys in the top 7, can they make it on fuel? I don't think we had enough caution laps where that would be the case. We'll see if they can make it. These guys that pitted came down pit road. They might be in the catbird seat. As Vic said, they can make it the rest of the way. 33 to 34 laps is kind of the fuel window they're looking at. But we've seen, Beers almost getting to the wall there in 3rd. We've seen crazier things, though. Who is it? That Cooper is off the pace there for a second. Currently being scored. Wow, he did fall back in the 19th spot. Quite sure what happened there to the 91 of Cooper. So a lot of battling going on. Dustin Dewar and Nathaniel Cherry battling for the 14th spot. Dewar now, they kind of flip-flopped lanes there on the top of your screen. Dewar was on the bottom, now he's on the top. We got Ty McIntosh and Robert Hill duking it out for 17th position. Dewar, washes up the track, gets really high, almost in the wall. That checks up the field. Westergreen on the apron. Are they almost 4 wide? Whew. After kind of the craziness we've had the past couple weeks, it's refreshing to see a 3 wide battle get resolved without any contact. And good job driving for these guys in that mid-pack position. All these guys, you can throw a blanket over this mid-pack about from I think it's Peeler in 12th, all the way back to Zach Evans, who's again still he's moved up. He's in 24th position, so he's moved back a few spots. So this is just how big of a gaggle the cars we got going on here in the mid pack. As you see now, that battle for the lead on the bottom of your screen, Cameron Rich is right on that bumper, but also reeling him in, Austin Beers and Vincent Isabella, and Dylan Thomas is even kind of hanging on there as well. So a lead the top, or race for the lead could be changing here in just a few moments. Lynch right now falling back in that 14th spot. And I wonder if he had a little bit of damage to that front end that's kind of hurting him. Here's that battle for the lead now. Cameron Rich in the 21-15 battling on the inside. Not able to get the run that time. Beers on the outside trying to make a power move. He'll get around Rich for second. He's right on that back bumper. He's going to get to the bottom. The drag race. Caden down the back straightaway, almost making contact. He's going to take the low side into 3. And he's going to go from 3rd to the lead in about a half a lap. So Austin Beers with 19 to go. He puts that 19 car up to the lead. And again, I don't know if you'd see a guy more hungry for a win than Austin Beers in that 19 car. And Caden Tufts, man, he is not giving up as well, battling on that outside, trying to get back to that back bumper of Austin Beers. The 3-car battle, but that's opened it up too for Vincent Isabella, who's kind of lurking right behind this pack as well. Here comes Cameron Rich getting a run on the bottom down the front straightaway. Looks like he's going to take that second spot unless Caden can get a good run on that outside. Man, the way Caden drives, he seems like he's giving it just his all, and you don't think he can save the tires, but manages to hang around when he can. It's the way these guys are racing. It doesn't look like they're in fuel-saving mode, so you got to wonder if they're going to be able to make it to the end on fuel. Now we're back to the 3Y TV multicam. Looking at Neil Rutt the third in the 18th position. Got Cooper Johnson, who again started, I think, right around 12th on this restart, falling back to 19th. He's kind of stuck there right now, kind of plateaued in that mid-pack scuffle. As Cameron Rich on the bottom of the screen takes over that second spot. But Caden's not quite ready to give it up yet. Now Dylan Thomas as well, right on the back bumper of Vincent Isabella. Trying to work his way around that 83 car. Again, he's that brightly yellow car on the bottom of your screen, looking to the inside of Vincent Isabella. Side by side, looks like Dylan Thomas is going to take that spot for now. Move him up into the 4th spot. I believe Beers says he's pitting this time by. I believe I heard the 19.
That is correct. Yeah, the 19 is going to pit this time by.
So he's going to give up the lead with 14 laps to go. And again, as Vic called out, a lot of these guys who have pitted, in Delgado, I believe he's the first car that came down pit road, running on track right now in 7th. So it's going to be a tall order, and he might lose a lap here as well. 19 on pit road. See how quick he can get his work done back out on the racetrack. That means Cameron Rich will assume the lead. Kane Tufts move.
Oh!
Cautions. Oh, Rocket Man! Seth Rawls goes around. Man, oh man. And Beers on pit road. He might have to take 2 tires to get out of there.
Yeah, can he stay on the lead lap?
Yeah, can he stay on the lead lap? That's going to be the key. As Cameron Rich crosses the line now, Beers is going to stay on the lead lap.
Oh, I don't know.
No, maybe not. Oh, man, that's going to hurt. Didn't catch up in time. Think he could get out of pit road in time. Yeah, I think he's going to be caught a lap down. So, man, oh, man, we'll take a look at the replay, but just unfortunate timing there for Austin Beers. Oh. Was that? I don't know if there was contact between the 73 and 25. It kind of shot him up the track and then around again. I don't know if there's double contact. Looks like Rawls trying to. Oh, maybe he was clear the 73.
Himself.
Yeah, he might have cleared himself and sent himself for a ride. That's going to lose a bunch of positions there. And interesting, everyone's on pit road but one car, and that is the 32 of Dustin Dewar.
And Zach Scott-Nicky.
Scott-Nicky as well. They're going to be the 2 cars that stay out. Beers is coming around, but I believe he got the wave around. He might have to go to the tail end of the lead, the pack here.
And Beers also stayed out. Can Race Control let us know if he stayed on the lead lap or if he got a lucky dog?
Yeah, Vic, do you got a copy?
If he gets lapped under the caution, he doesn't get the lap back from me. If iRacing decided he gets the lap back, then I guess he gets the lap back. I don't know. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check.
Then the answer is that you didn't give him a lucky dog or a waiver.
I did not give him a waiver.
Which means he did beat the leader, and therefore was able to get on the lead lap. It's showing. That means he doesn't have to relinquish his spots. So he should be. Well, if Dustin Dewar and Zach Scott-Nicky pit, then he should be the race leader. If not, he'll be restarting Not technically with the fresh tires, but essentially with fresh tires. The first on fresh tires.
Yeah, so he'll be in a pretty good position if he did stay on the lead lap. I think John Lynch did come down pit road this time.
He went down pit road and then missed the stall.
Oh, missed his stall last time. Oh man. So for guys like, we've seen Dewar, up front earlier and came down that first caution. So he thinks he saved enough fuel to make it to the end. The caution laps must have helped him just enough. And kind of in that position where you might as well go for it, might as well gamble. We've seen Dewar do it before. And Scott Nicky, we've seen him have to come down pit road with internet connection issues. Able to stay in the lead lap rally, and now he's sitting at second position. So one of the things too, I want to talk about with Beers as well, wondering why Vic wouldn't give him the wave around. Of course, you have to be on track to get that wave around. Everyone a lap down gets one wave around per caution. And Beers being on pit road, if he were to go a lap down, would not be able to get that wave around. But I guess that iRacing did call him that he got off pit road in time ahead of Cameron Rich. So he'll now be restarting in third. And it looks like with only 9 laps to go, will be the one to go to green. I think it's going to be a tall order for the 32 and the 44 to hold off the fresh tires behind them. We'll see what they can do to get done. Never know. Chaos could happen behind them. Enough cautions, they could get a good enough jump and stay ahead and get the win here. So a lot going on here. So I believe even that last caution, we've seen guys like Indelcato, they must have just came down for fuel. So now they got their fresh tires. So top 5 right now: Dewar, Scott, Nicky, Beers, Kynan Jones, and Cameron Rich. And Caden Tufts did lose a spot on pit road to oh, he was behind him. Never mind, because Cameron Rich was in second. My bad. Get the green flag with 8 laps to go. Dewar bringing a little bit of Nashville here to Chicago. And hey, Nashville's next week, man. Got to sing a little blues.
Wait,
hopefully he's
Nashville?
not going to be singing the blues here. Oh, I forgot to look. I think it's Super Speedway.
It is Super Speedway.
Super Speedway. Now then, the Geico restart zone green flag is out. Dewar with a decent jump over Scott Nicky as well. But behind him, Austin Beers with those fresh tires. He's going to get by Scott Nicky as well with Cameron Rich. The top side not really getting going on that restart. See if how long Dewar can hold on to this lead. But looks like Beers is going to be hungry right on the back end of that 32. He's going to look in the inside going down turn number 3. Beers along with his sister team of Cameron Rich right behind him. He's going to they're going to battle it out for the top 2 spots. Dewar falls back into the 3rd spot, 7 laps to go. And Cameron Rich just right on the back bumper of that 19 car. As Dewar's now falling back into the 4th position. Oh, almost wrecking behind him. DJ Weeks gets into Indelcato, was in the inside wall.
Oh, me no fine.
Oh, they're still wrecking. Oh, me fine. Zach Evans, big wreck. DJ Weeks tried and couldn't stay off of the other cars. Oh, man. And you can see the agony of defeat there for Zach Evans. Nowhere to go, right in front of him. And did Indelcato get through that without hitting anything?
No, he definitely got hit.
He stayed out. He's at least still in the 18th spot. I see him in the field. You see the heavy damage to the Me Fine Wally Racing Ford of Zach Evans coming down pit road, getting that damage fixed. And Indelcato nowhere to go. Oh, he hit DJ Weeks, but he kept it off the wall, dirt tracking a little bit. Gomera, I think, stayed off of everything as well. A lot of guys choosing the grass bringing out their inner dirt driving.
Hidden Tufts got loose as well, but that he had nothing to do with this incident. Whoa, Gilberto!
Oh man, and Monticelli involved in that as well. And poor DJ Weeks takes that last insult to injury to the outside wall.
You gotta take a look at how precise this was.
For Gomera?
Yeah.
I mean, because he's like, okay, they're down. Uh-oh, he's coming back.
Like, let me move up, and then I'll move back down.
And uh-oh. And then
I think he was fine.
Then he's just going for a little ride. Now he's showing off. He's just having a little fun through the dirt now.
Yeah, now he's just running through the 90s.
Yep. He's back in the 17th position. So lost a couple spots through that ruckus there as well. We'll see how the view of Adam Tepe, how he got through that damaged car. Doesn't want to get any worse than what he's got right now. Sees the smoke. I know you can get through it. Know it my heart, and he got through it. But oh man, here's a case of not so lucky. Rex down, and yeah, where do you go? It looked like he was coming back up, and me no find. And that was a pretty hard lick there with the 18 car as well. Definitely going to be some motor damage for the 6 car. With that, laps are winding down. Opportunities to pass this 19 car are going to be limited. So this could be the time when we see Austin Beers get back into victory lane, but Cameron Rich was not letting him get away. So we could see a drag race here for the victory. And the Dylan Thomas, I mean, he's been sneaky fast this half. Very sneaky. And we could see him, you know, if these two teammates of sorts get together, Dylan Thomas could take advantage of that. How about Kynan Jones up in the top 5 as well? Looking to get the Landshark car a good solid run here tonight. And this opens up the door. We've seen, you know, Indelicato get that damage. I mean, he's still in 16th position at the moment. But there's going to be some heavy damage to the right side of his car. Although Damian might not be able to capitalize. He's back in the 24th position, but guys like Kian Rally, Vincent Isabel, Austin Beers, Caden Tufts, they have an opportunity to gain some points here. And Beers right now, he's going to try to get maximum points, get it into victory lane. It's been some time. He's came so close so many times. Yeah, I'm sure if he gets in victory lane, he'll be a fun interview to have up here in the 3Y TV booth. So 1 to go. You see Beers getting those rear tires ready to go. He wants maximum grip. He wants maximum launch here on this restart. And I believe this is a natural green-white checkered, Carlos. Am I not mistaken there?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
what?
You're correct.
Correct. Okay. Yep. So things could get hectic here as well. Everyone trying to get every little position they can get. We're about to find out. Green, white, checkered, all natural. Austin Beers hits the loud pedal. We're back. Green flag racing here in the Joliet Land 130. Good jump by that 19. Dylan Thomas is knocking on that door for second. Dewar with those old tires trying to push the 03 into the corner. Trying to give it his all with those older tires, trying to stay in that top 5. And now Cameron Rich has got a good run. He's looking on the outside of Austin Beers. He's got a shot coming to the white flag. 3-car breakaway for the win. Dewar, he's got a gaggle of cars battling for that 4th spot. Caution's out.
Ooh! Oh! No!
Oh no,
No!
Caden Tufts. No. Oh man, spilled the beans.
I spilled the beans. I should have gone with Cameron.
You should have stuck with your boy, man. Although, somewhere out there, Matthew's got to be happy. It looked like Cameron was going for that lead. Austin Beers, his pick. We'll take a look at the replay, see what happened. 3-wide battle. That was a gaggle.
Oh, man.
Kynan and Jones. Oh! Caden trying to go for that Rocket Man nickname. Launch it off the ground. That was a tumble. Kynan Jones shooting up the racetrack.
Whoa. Wait, what? Did he get hit?
I don't. That was just weird.
Or was that netcode? Look away, guys.
Yeah, look away if you're prone to seizures. Lands on his wheels, but heavily damaged. That 00 car. So now we're under our first attempt at a green-white checker. Let's see what happened there with... Oh!
The 11-clip doer.
The 11-clip doer got that run on the fresher tires.
Oh, man.
Checked up right in front of Kynan, and Kynan nowhere to go. And also Caden nowhere to go.
You're going to want to see this, too.
Wild ride.
Seth Rawls.
So Rocket Man, he finally gets to watch one instead of actually lifting off. Ooh, almost getting hit there. Rocket Man knows how to maneuver through flights.
No, he got hit.
Oh, he got hit.
Yeah.
Oh, was that terrible behind him? Was that?
Yeah, I also chose a pretty bad angle, so I apologize.
Take a look once again here.
He was working on the outside, too.
Oh, I think he got through it. Does he have netcode damage?
Yeah, the 35 is who I was looking at. Oh, man.
Oh. Seth Rawls there was actually a great
Seth
shot
Rawls
to get through there.
I thought that was Seth Rawls, my bad. But he also got netcoded through that, which sucks because he shouldn't have hit that.
Oh, man. That was a 35 of Rashid Coles that got caught up in that mess.
This is Tim Conrad.
Yeah, the normal driver of the 35.
Yeah,
he's on vacation. He's in the woods.
Oh, or maybe now in the hot tub.
Did he bring the mayonnaise?
Oh, no. I kind of want to know, and I kind of don't want to know.
Is it too late to switch my pick to Rich?
It's 100% too late, pal.
Hey, you already jinxed one driver. You can't do it again. So 1 to go to green will be in our first attempt of a green-white checkered, first of 2. Again, that last green flag being the all-natural one. So now we have first attempt. Came oh so close, but again, it's just one of those things. You have Dewar on those older tires. These guys just catching up. Dewar's doing a great job holding on to that 4th position. And now Austin Beers choosing the top line. First time we've seen a leader do it all night. So going to be interesting. See how that pays off for him. And again, the top 13 will invert. And right now, I believe sitting in the 13th position is Alex Kenton in the 14. Or no, it's actually Indocado, I believe. No, it's Kenton, but Kenton does not have a
it's Indocado. You're right.
Oh, it is Indocado. Okay.
Yeah, but I bet he won't stay there.
Yeah, he probably won't. He's got to try to get those maximum points, but I do see Kenton there. Speaking of Kenton, out there without a front end, I believe getting in that wreck as well, trying to get whatever he can for points wise. We'll see what these boys can get. We have green-white checkered attempt number 1 coming at you. To end half number one, Pace Truck's going to dive down pit road. Let's see what kind of jump Beers gets on that top lane. Green flag is out. Beers hits the loud pedal. He's going to get a good jump on that outside. He's going to clear Cameron Rich. Cameron Rich, he's been getting good runs, though, off of 2. First lap, he is right there on the back bumper. Can he get a good run? He's peeking. He's thinking about it. And Dewar getting shuffled on the outside there. You see on the back camera there, it's a gaggle behind him, but see if they can get the white flag. We're 1 to go. Can Austin Beers hold off Cameron Rich?
Who was your pick?
My pick was Cooper Johnson, sitting in 11th right now, I believe. Oh, and here comes Dylan on the outside. That's the best thing that the 19 of Austin Beers wants to see going down the backstretch. And here you see Kean Rally a little bit too late of a rally. Looks like he'll come up short. Coming on at turn number 4, Austin Beers returns to victory lane here at Chicagoland. Beers, Thomas gets that second spot. Cameron Rich in 3rd. Kean Rally in 4th. Vincent Isabella 5th. Robert Hill Jr. in 6th. Jack Ely 7th. Nathaniel Cherry 9th. Ty McIntosh in 10th. And I think Dustin Dewar did round out the top 10. So good move by Dewar for staying out there as well. But now nighttime is the right time. As there you see the final standings again, the top 14 will invert. So we'll have David Westergreen
13.
on the top 3. What did I say?
You said 14.
Man, I was even looking at even reading. Yeah, we had 13 because I said Westergreen. I'm weird, but he'll be on the poll. But we do have our race winner, Austin Beers, here in the 3-wide TV victory lane. And Austin, you finally got off the schneid. You're in victory lane, buddy. How does it feel?
Finally! Oh my God, this feels great. Oh, I was stressing so much. You could ask my teammates under caution. I was freaking out, which lane to pick and everything. Oh my God, that was. Finally got that win.
So yeah, I mean, just a lot to unpack there for you, Austin. Especially when you came down pit road, 14 laps to go, and as you're down pit road, caution comes out. What are your thoughts? Because you have that thought you can either pass through and just catch up with the field, or finish that pit stop and see if you can stay on the lead lap. And man, it looked close.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like I was 1 second ahead of them when they were speeding towards the pace car. I was like, I gotta pit, or else I'm screwed no matter what. I lose my track position, and I don't have tires. So I pit, and I was like, oh, this is either gonna work or not. So just barely beat him out, and I'm just, oh man, I can't believe it.
Yeah, it was quite the show you put on there. And I guess talk about that move that I think, didn't have many cautions here in half one, but you were the first guy to choose that top side, and it was on that green-white checkered. What was kind of the thought process through that?
Well, last year I got second to Ethan Burrell here, and that's how I was kind of catching him through 1 and 2. I was running just above him, so I didn't get the dirty air off of his car. So I kind of used that from last year, and it definitely worked out, and that's definitely how I got the lead before I pit. And then obviously got a little lucky there with the yellow, and then kind of drove back to the front.
Yeah, it worked out indeed. And, well, I don't have my stat guy here tonight. Matthew is not here. So do you know?
I finally
know,
when
right?
he's not here. Are you kidding me?
Right. Maybe
wait. You know what? Maybe he is a jinx because
Yeah.
I picked you for
What?
him.
You did?
Yeah, I picked you for him.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all I got to do is just pick you to win every week, buddy.
Don't worry, I'll just wreck in this first lap of this next race.
You know the first lap's always kind of messy.
That's usually how it goes for me. I win and then wreck on the next one.
So I gotta ask you though, without our stat guy though, do you know when was the last time you were in victory lane?
I'm gonna say season 1.
Oh wow,
Kentucky. I remember. Yeah, I had the flu, and it was my Jordan flu game. I raced and I won. That was when Blake won the championship for Big Kitty.
Man, I thought that was when you guys were You guys were out there dominating, and man, I thought you guys were in Victory Lane season 2 and 3, but man, so it's been a while. So now you got that monkey off your back. Well, you already kind of called out a wreck year and a half too, but do you think with that pressure off you, do you think these wins come a little bit easier now?
I hope so. I can't wait any longer like I did last time. I can't do that again. So I hope that I can just keep clicking off wins now, and I've been consistent top 5 all year pretty much. So when I actually am here, so I think I can start clicking off these wins now.
All right, he's calling his shot. He's going for more wins. But before we send you off and getting ready for half number 2, any shout outs you want to give?
Everybody up here is Motorsports, 6415 Motorsports. Vic for once again putting up with us idiots every week. You guys for the broadcast. I love watching the videos afterwards. So this is definitely happy to finally win.
Instead of short track kid, I should call you brown noser. Now get back out there and win half number 2.
Thanks, guys.
All right, see ya. That's Austin Beers, winner of half number 1 as we get ready for half number 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's safe to say I get first pick this time. But listen, the universe has taught me a lesson. I thought I could outplay it. I have to pick Cameron Rich.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, you goody.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna go with a little bit of wild card. I like the speed he showed in half number 1. I'm gonna go with Dylan Thomas in that 03.
I'm gonna go with the 83 of Vince.
Ooh, I like these picks.
Who'd you
pick? Off though.
Sorry, I was.
God, who did I just pick? Oh, Dylan Thomas. I almost forgot.
Like I said, I was busy looking at who I was gonna pick.
All right, so the picks are in.
I'm assuming he didn't.
Hopefully. Yeah, yes, he didn't. So now we have David Westergreen starting on.
I was keeping track. Yes.
So he's got you. I mean, it's easy.
I mean, from pit road.
Kenton on pit road. Yeah, wow, it started this race off. So I mean, yeah, for him, he probably had to cross off Cameron Rich in half number 1, and I had to switch it up. So in Delgado, your points leader coming into tonight still should hold on to that points lead. Be starting on the outside of the front row, coming home in 12th last time by. Cooper Johnson, Dustin Dewar, row number 2. Then you got Ty McIntosh and Nathaniel Cherry, and Robert Hill Jr. and Jack Ely. And running out your top 10 will be Kian Raleigh and Vincent Isabella. So again, your half 1 winner, Austin Beers, be starting back in the 13th position. It's a long way to go if he wants to pull out the broom here tonight at Chicagoland. He'll be on a mission from God, as the Blues Brothers would say. I believe we have one more lap to green. And then for David Westergreen starting on the pole. This could be a very much of a redemption half for him. He's missed some races, some by his own accord, some by being in a penalty box, and had a rough going to start the season. And knowing he's a lot better than what his results have been showing, and now getting that track position, it'll be interesting to see what he can do with it. But he's got some fast cars around him. And in Delgado, Cooper Johnson, who looked like he was flexing some muscles early on in that first half, but maybe some damage or something that kind of held him back and right outside that top 10. How about Ty McIntosh again? Just remember talking to him the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season, just having a rough go of it, and really starting to turn those bad nights into top 10s. So for that S2 Racing Ford, kind of turning things around, starting to make a run, and maybe getting hot at the right time as well. But we're just a little bit ways away from going to the green flag here in half number 2. 44 laps, so I'll make the field just a little bit more interesting. We'll see how the cautions play out, see how these boys play it out. Green flag is out. Westergreen gets a good jump. Probably one of the better Initial green flag jumps we've seen in a long time for Westergreen. I believe this is going to be the first time, if he can hold on to lead lap number 1 here, it'll be the first time Westergreen's led a lap in some time. He's overdue. He's got that clean air, but he's got that number 4 hot rod behind him. He's going to look to the inside going into turn 3. Here we side by side, but Westergreen might get the run on the bottom, but no, trying to stay off each other at the line. Indelcado looks like he's going to lead lap number 1. Cooper Johnson right beside these two guys battling for that top spot. And there goes Indelcado, the points leader. So maybe not the good first half he wanted to see, but he's got the track position now. He's up front to the lead, but Westergreen's not going to give it away that easy. Trying to battle on the outside. Once again, maybe cross him over here. And he does, gets on that apron. Oh, Indelcado holds on to that. Ooh, it looks like a car on pit road already. And Kynan Jones in the 33rd.
Kynan is serving a black flag for passing before the start-finish line. That's on iRacing, actually. It's not on me.
Oh, wow.
No, you don't have to lie to us. It's on you. You did that.
No, yeah. I just decided not to clear it.
Ooh, I decided not to. Well, folks, yeah. So now David Westergreen back up front. He's going to lead this lap. Oh, a gaggle there, 3 wide for a second between Rich and Dylan Thomas. And I believe Vincent Isabella there as well. And ooh, Leininger washes up the track a little bit. So for Damian, he said Chicagoland, not quite his track.
I forgot about Nick and Indelcado.
No one picked Indelcado here. And Indelcado kind of washing back a little bit, maybe saving those tires.
Oh no, Kynan, what happened?
Oh man. Maybe got a little too mad about that penalty.
Sped or something.
Sped off pit road. And here comes Robert Hill Jr. I think he had the lead at the line this last time by. Battling with Westergreen. Dewar up there. And wow. All the way back from 13th. Austin Beers up into the 4th position. He is going for the broom. Wow. Wow. We chose poorly here at half number 2, at least the way it looks so far. And that battle between Westergreen and Hill heating up side by side still. I think Westergreen finally clears the 05. And now Dewar looks to the inside to try to take that 2nd position. So much crazier battles here for half number 2 up front. Westergreen right now in the catbird seat while he looks in his mirror and sees these guys duking it out behind him. Dewar all the way down on the apron trying to get that advantage over Hill going down into turn number 1. And there is no tire saving. There is no fuel saving right now. They're going to have to pit, so you got to try to get what you can. And Hill, man, gets a good run right on the back bumper once again of Westergreen. But Austin Beers just looks like he's lurking. Looks like he's ready just to move up there with a drop of a hat. Beers gets around Dewar. Or trying to get around Dewar for that 3rd spot. They're still duking it out. You think the battle settles down and it just stirs up again. And speaking of, Robert Hill gets a run on the outside. He's going to take a run to lead. Beers was thinking about making it 3 wide. Chooses better. Man, he gets a good run. Hill on the outside in 1 and 2, but just can't quite make it stick in turns number 3 and 4. Westergreen holds on to that top spot. And Beers Dewar not going anywhere at the moment. Now they're kind of single filing out. I think the first time they settled down here on lap number 9. This half clicking along a lot quicker than half number 1. Now Beers looking on the inside, trying to get that 2nd spot from Robert Hill. To the inside, driving it in deep. But this is where Hill gets that good run off an exit. He's going to maintain that second spot going down the backstretch, but this is where I think Hill will struggle a little bit. Going through 3 and 4, I don't think he's got that quite a good feel for that. Usually those guys on the inside get a good run. It looks like Beers will clear him. Slide job, tried to. Couldn't quite get there, but Beers now, he went so low on the apron, he cleared him again. Moves into that second spot. Wow. These guys are not holding back any of their punches. And now Beers is going to look to the inside of David Westergreen. Dominated the first quarter of this half. 3 and 4 is kind of generally a little tighter of a corner, so it might be a little harder for that outside to get that good run off the corner as much as you get it through 1 and 2. So you see Dewar now trying to battle for that third spot. Westergreen was still trying to hang on, get back to that top spot. And Delgado, he is in a gaggle on the bottom of almost looked like a 3-wide situation for a second. Dewar loses a little bit of that momentum going into 3 and 4. He's going to drop a couple spots right now, just hanging on to that top 5, trying to hold off Nathaniel Cherry. And here comes Robert Hill once again, trying to make another run for the lead. And Delgado, he had enough of watching these battles. He wants to be a part of it. This man, oh man, this looks like almost a Talladega race right now. Oh, kind of. Uh-oh. He's
that's not the track.
Not having.
There's no PJ1 there.
No PJ1 down there. He's Landshark. He's just lurking.
He is not having a good night, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like he was so close to having a good night there in half number 1, but unfortunately getting in that wreck and this half definitely not starting out the way he wanted to as well. So up front, Beer still holding on to that top spot. Hill and Delgado battling for spot number 2. And Delgado looks like he's going to finally take control of that position. For the meantime, Dewar, he was almost falling out of the top 5. He's now battling Westergreen for the 4th position, sorry. Ooh, almost getting together the 32 and the 9. Cooper Johnson hanging in there as well. Kean Rally. God, I'm still doing. Now I'm just doing all night. I need Matthew here to correct me all the time. Kean battling up there to the 7th. Well, Vic's down there, but he's got other stuff to tend to. Although right now,
Vic, are you kidding me? This guy does nothing during races.
Yeah, he just sits there, just eating.
You don't
candy.
even know. I'm not eating anything right now.
Oh, sorry.
I am on the edge of my seat. I haven't eaten anything in hours. I'm on the edge of my seat because some of these battles are crazy.
Yeah, this is quite the race here, as we do now have a battle for the top spot between Austin Beers and Delgado. Beers able to hold him off in the meantime. But Delgado getting another good run here out of turn number 2, looking to the inside. Beers, you see the worried look on his face, looking through his window net. He sees that 4-car fly on by. Taking top spot. They're just slide job. This is like almost from a Talladega race now to a Eldora race almost. And there we got the 3-wide TV multicam. Oh, of course Zach Evans has to look at himself on television. Yeah, Zach, you were on TV back in the 23rd spot at the moment. Austin Beers, again, working his way up. See 11 spots. Started back in the 13th position and worked through that field relatively quick. You got to wonder if maybe burnt those tires up a little bit. But now does have that track position. Now that thing's kind of settled down here a little bit. Got to save those tires. And once, now we're in that fuel window. Now they can pit whenever. So you got to wonder.
He went down first, didn't he? And then the caution came out?
Yeah, he went down first. See if he tries to pull that same strategy here. in half number 2. You got to wonder who's going to be the guy that kind of starts that trend. I'm sure some of these guys have a set number, and some of these guys might be baited by that first guy that decides to duck down pit road. Caution is out. Jack Ely in the wall. So that changes everything there. So luckily, no one went down pit road. Ely in the 81 getting into the outside wall will bring out our first caution of the night. Getting oh so close to halfway here in half number 2.
Ooh, contact. Ooh. And then that's
contact
also
crazy neck. Yeah, neck code I think made it a little bit worse. Ely's fate might have been to the wall either way.
Yeah, but not like that. It would have been with the right front, not the right rear.
Yeah, which I don't know what would have been worse.
Probably wouldn't have brought out a caution.
Yeah, so I mean that actually might have benefited the 81 there overall with that net code, and one of the probably few times you can ever say that. And it looked like just Ely coming down, Gilberto washing up the track a little bit, and just meeting in the middle there and bringing out our first caution. So now we'll see if people decide to take those tires here with 24 laps to go. I would assume they would. There might be someone in the pack that maybe just takes fuel only here.
No.
Save their tires. Hey, you never know. I mean, this isn't Vegas, but you know, someone might like to gamble. There's casinos in the area. Someone hit the cone, man. That could bring out a penalty. So Endo Okada leads him on to pit road. Let's see who wins that battle off. Capuano. Or no, it's got Capuano. I'm sorry, Cameron Rich. Wow.
Cameron Rich, 2 tires, I think. Only 1.
2 tires. Interesting. Yeah. So choosing to get a little bit of track position there. So, Carlos, how do you feel about that call? 2 tires.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
No. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. You know, maybe he was hoping a few more cars would choose a similar strategy where he'd have more of a buffer. But again, Cameron Rich, a guy out here in more of that position to gamble. You know, he's not running for points. Might as well roll the dice here a little bit. He does get that track position with the lead. You know, we've seen Dewar hold on, well, for a while there with in half number 1, staying in 4th position for quite a few laps, but did eventually fall back into the 10th position. Still a long way to go for Cameron Rich for those 2 tires, but could be fun, could be interesting. Maybe he saved those tires first half and he'll be ready to go. Robert Hills in 4th there, right behind Austin Beers, staying in that top 5. Kean Rally. Man, oh man, just so close to having just a really capitalizing night after a rough week last week. But now you see his teammate in his windshield instead of his rear view mirror. Blah. Dustin Dewar, Westergreen, taking the advantage, having good clean runs here so far. Finally getting that track position they needed. 6th and 7th. Cooper Johnson 8th. So hey, I mean, looking a lot better. Who did so Vince Matthews pick or Vic's pick in 10th? Where is Dylan Thomas?
Oh, he's all the way at the back.
Oh,
he's in 32nd position right now.
Did he speed down pit road?
He did not. Actually, he has some damage.
Oh no. So hot rodding through the corners, gets damage. So this changes everything, Carlos. So hey, you may only have 2 tires, Carlos, but you at least have the track position.
We'll see.
Ooh, I just sneezed and I hope I got it off the mic. Did I do it?
No, sneeze on the mic.
Nobody knew you. Nobody knew you.
Oh yeah,
sneezed,
okay. I was just making sure it was close. It was so close. My Switch couldn't switch in time. I didn't think, but I did it. Sweet. All right, so we're 1 lap to go back to green flag racing. 20 laps to go. Once they get the green flag, Cameron Rich will restart on the outside. He saw what his teammate Austin Beers did in half number 1. He's going to give it a go on that top side. 2 tires again for Cameron Rich. We'll see how that pays off. He'll have that advantage of the clean air for a little while at least. Maybe that clean air will pay dividends as pace trucks down pit road. Green flag is out. Cameron Rich looks like he'll get a good jump on that top side. He'll bring Robert Hill along with him. Try to battle with Indelcato. Hill's been getting that good run on a corner exit off 1 and 2. That just might be what the doctor ordered for Cameron Rich. Looks like Indelcato, couldn't quite clear.
Oh, man.
I think, Leininger, heavy damage to the 12 car. Oh, man, Zach Evans once again. Man, can that 6 car, man, he looks so good in that 6 car, but I don't think he can catch a break. McLean in the grass as well. Doesn't look like there's too much damage. A little bit of front end damage to that 5 car. Man, oh man. Tough break right off the get-go here. I think it's going to be another case for Zach Evans. Nowhere to go. Oh, Gilbert. Oh,
just a 5 flip?
The 5 flip. Wow. I think even the 03 my pick might have got lucky. I think he net-coated through McLean, but also tossed him in the air. Oh, man, Nathaniel Cherry looks like he gets loose maybe in front of that. I don't know if that was separate. Gilberto gets loose, gets into Damian. And Caden had to go through the grass to try to avoid a lot of this. Ooh, gets up the track. But, man, a lot of these guys tonight trying to battle Seth Rawls for the Rocket Man nickname. I don't think he got quite as much air, but he definitely went for a tumble. Oh, man, Zach Evans. Quick flip, and man, for a car that flipped, that's not a lot of damage there for McLean. Hopefully he can get back out there and keep on swinging, grit it out, see what he can do. Take a look at the wreck once again. Oh, did Damien get in the back of him? Peeler gets involved. Tepe, did Tepe get through this?
He may have.
Wow. Looks like he did. I'm kind of keeping an eye on 96, the black rear end, and oh man, my pick. Oh, he lost the front end. He got it back again. So he might have benefited from netcode. Tough, or a little Neil Rutt through the grass in one of his IROC throwback schemes there as well. But I'm curious, Carlos, if you can get the in-car view of Tepe there. That was maybe a pucker factor moment of the race here for Adam Tepe. Bested.
That was one of the cases of netcode working in his favor.
Yes. Would have got a little damage to the front end, but still, I mean, even in the worst case scenario,
no, he's got no damage.
But you see that little netcode damage? Yeah.
Yeah, the sim on my end thought he should have had damage, but then when it received the information he didn't get damage, it popped back in place.
Yeah, so we kind of saw what the worst case scenario could have been for Tepe, and still how that would have played out.
Wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad, but again, netcode paying off for the 96 of Adam Tepe, who again had a rough go of in half number 1, currently scored in 16th. So maybe the table's turning around for the guy out of the dirty side of South Bend of Adam Tepe. So Cameron Rich, though. I think for him, probably one of the things he wanted to see the the fewest green flag laps as possible, and that's what we got here. But we also, out of the infield care center, got Gilberto, and Gilberto couldn't quite see what started that wreck. I don't know if he got loose from hitting the apron, but kind of talk us through what happened there, buddy.
Yeah, so unfortunately, like we're going into turn one, and some people are just kind of like try to dive it in there. I try to give a little bit of room, clip the apron, and I was trying to gather it up, and saw my teammate up there get loose a little bit as well. So I was trying to try to avoid him. I got loose as well, and I just overcorrected it, and I collected a bunch of cars. So wanted to apologize for that and ruin a bunch of good races tonight.
Yeah, but it seems like we're past halfway. Is the intensity kind of ramping up a little bit? It seemed like it was pretty clean in the first half of the second half here.
Yeah, so the problem is that like after about 3 or 4 laps, the cars are gonna settle bottom, mid lane around the track, and it's gonna be really hard to pass. So a bunch of guys just trying to get the position that they would like to get, try to get as many points as they can get, and they're willing to just take more risks and make more moves than they should make.
Yeah, we might be seeing a little bit more of that, but unfortunately for Gilberto here, a tough night for you. But as we get ready to go back green, quickly, any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to Seth Rawls, owner of Shift Esports and S2 Racing, and it's been a really good season so far. Had a bunch of good finishes, got myself in the top 10, and bunch of bad finishes might put me outside, but I'm looking forward to Talladega and trying to put myself back up there.
All right, we'll look forward to seeing you back up here next time we talk to you. Hopefully, it's under better circumstances.
I sure hope so too.
Thank you, Gilberto.
Yep.
I was getting involved in that last wreck there. Apologizing for getting a lot of cars, but that will happen. But now we're back to green flag racing, 15 laps to go. And now Cameron Rich not getting that good jump that he did last time, hoping that Robert Hill and Indocano will battle for that second spot once again. So here for Cameron, though, with those two tires, he's got to make qualifying laps, I think, every lap now, trying to stay ahead of these two cars battling behind him. Robert Hill Jr. doing it for Raider Nation, gets a good run on the outside. Man, he almost forced Cameron Rich to choose a different lane here. If he figures out 3 and 4, which he might have this time by, he could be dangerous. And how about Austin Beers coming up through the field, going on the apron, looking below Cameron Rich, or Indocano, 3 wide. Cameron Rich looking at his rearview mirror, seeing all this action. Breath probably taken away just as much as mine did. Whew. So Beers trying to look to get a sweep. He, again, about 3 seasons without a win. Getting back into victory lane. He's still hungry for another victory. Working his way up into the podium spot right now. But I do got to say, Robert Hill Jr. getting that track position, and he's looking stout. He was battling Nick Indocado. Oh, Indocado looking on the inside now, battling for that top spot. I think Robert Hill getting that top side figured out there as well. Indocado trying to clear the 15. Now he's got Beers behind him trying to give him that push. Cameron Rich hanging on to that outside. They're there. They're almost locking bumpers. Coming out of 2. Wow. Can't quite clear them. Cameron Rich hanging on. And now he's getting a push from his teammate of Austin Beers. Cameron Rich just clear him. Oh, Beers almost getting up the track. I thought was close to getting into Cameron Rich. And now Beers moving into that second position. Robert Hill sitting there lurking, but right behind him, Kean Rally in that 11. Robert Hill trying to hang on to the top 5 spot. We might have a 3 wide situation here once again. Yeah, Cameron Rich not like on the outside line he's forced into right now.
Oh,
Almost contact. There was contact, I believe, between all three cars. And what a hell of a job they did to not get any worse than that. So Kean Rally
well,
moving into the third spot now. So yeah, that two-tire stop for Cameron looks like it's not paying off at the moment.
he held on, but if this race was maybe 12 laps shorter, it probably would have worked out.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Just a little too soon. But again, a guy who can afford to take the gamble did not pay off here tonight. 8 laps to go now. And Delgado and Beers trying to run away. Maybe sell this out a little bit later. A few more laps. Seth Rawls there looking on the inside of Vincent Isabella there for the 7th spot. Looks like he's going to make quick work of that. Take that position. The last time by, they ran pretty identical laps. Let's see who gets it this time. Identical laps this time by for the 4 and the 19. So this could be a good race here to the finish here.
You're right.
Yeah, they are not getting away from each other. See if these guys can do it for 7 more laps and duke it out for a win here. Westergreen, I think, just lost a bunch of track position there. Falling out of the top 20. He was right outside the top 10 just a moment ago.
Yeah, he was put in the wall by the 00.
Oh, it's a tough break for Westergreen, who led a handful of laps the first quarter of this second half. But here, Beers and Indocado duking it out for that top spot. See as they cross the line. This is going to be identical again, but I got to look at the speed of this lap by the 11. He's closing in. Yeah, and actually this time it was Kean and Indocado virtually running the same lap, a little bit slower, not much. Austin Beers, because he's still right there on that back bumper. I see the lap times there. I wonder if Kean was able to save there a little bit. Now working his way, if these two guys battle up ahead of him, he could definitely play spoiler in there a little bit of fun. Duking it out for that lead. 4 laps to go. Beers, can he pull off the sweep? Indocado.
Oh,
Beers in the wall. Doesn't look like he lost a whole lot of momentum, but that is a party foul. And that you can see the advantage gain there for Kean.
Oh, we got lap traffic. Are they going to hold their line or get out of the way?
Oh boy, we've had maybe some trouble with that earlier tonight. They stay up top.
Whoa.
That might kill the run here for Kean. I think Kean even called it worst time to get lapped. Kean is right there on the back bumper.
I got a thing or two to say about lap traffic today.
You love when they choose that outside line, don't you?
No comment.
So Kean Rally moves into that second spot. Looks like Beers put everything on the table, but will fall a little short here. 2 laps to go, but it looks like it might even be a little short on time for that 11. Can he close that gap? It's about a half a second back. It's going to be a tall order if Kean can make that time up. Now coming down to the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Indocado, can he bring it back to victory lane?
Oh, man, wrecking, huge wreck.
Oh, boy. And wow, a lot of guys in the back half of the top 10. I think Isabella was involved in that wreck. A lot going on there. Man, oh man. Was Cameron in that wreck as well?
I don't want to talk about it.
Coming out of turn number 4, returning to victory lane, Indocado in the 4 car. Back where he belongs.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, he Didn't he win yesterday too?
Sorry, yeah, that's
DC?
what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, sorry.
Won at Auto Club, having a good week. Kean Rally giving him the attaboy, thinking, hey man, if I had a couple more laps, maybe I would have had something for him. Beers coming in third. Seth Rawls, how about that? Coming home in the fourth position, starting all the way back in the 28th position, working his way up to fourth. Robert Hill Jr. showing that muscle, staying in the top 5 that whole race. Caden Tufts in 6th, DJ Weeks 7th, Carpenter 8th, John Lynch 9th, and Jack Ely after getting to the wall earlier.
Beers.
Beers.
Another party foul.
Man, he's having party fouls all around here. But you see the flags there. How about those Canucks?
5th win of the season.
5th?
Oh, sorry. You're talking about the nationality flags.
Yeah. The Canucks 5th and 6th. Is this the 5th win already for Indocado?
I mean, he's got 4 win stickers.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have another.
This is win
there.
number 5.
Wow, he's gonna run out of post to put those on. Beers celebrating. They put on a good show, didn't they? Beers and Indocado, heck of a race. Kean Rally as well, getting there late in that run. So I don't even know what this is. This isn't a team celebration. This is just is this a GG celebration?
This is race control telling the first half winner, since he didn't get time to do burnouts.
Oh,
we can do burnouts.
yeah. Oh, so it's half win. Yeah.
That's
I
a
guess I didn't
good
put 2 and 2
idea.
together. Yeah.
Hey, you know what else is a good idea? Let's take a look and see what happened there at the end.
We'll take a replay. There was a lot to unpack there. A lot of guys running well. Getting stripped of their good runs.
Oh, wow.
See, Dewar involved, Cooper Johnson, Isabella, Cameron Rich, of course, getting in that as well. See how that started here.
Oh.
Ooh. Was that just like kind of the apron judgment gone wrong by, it looked like both the 91 and 32 kind of party fouled that last lap up a little bit. And then Cooper, oh man, did come home across the line in 22nd position. Let me take a look once again at
Unfortunately, it looks like our graphics are over.
Oh, the graphics are done. So yeah, so a lot of good runs there. Squash there on the last lap. So that did make that last race interesting. I just do got to note that. Oh no, I lost the finishing order, but I finished 21st. You finished 24th. On Vincent, our picks finishing 26th. So somehow, some way, I finished the best 21st. I don't know how I feel about that. But with that, we do have Kian here in the booth, waiting on our winner, maybe even third place guy. But we'll bring Kian Rally, who finished in the second position in half number 2 and fourth in half number 1. So overall, a pretty good night for you. But man, I got to think you had to think that if you had a couple more laps, you might have had a chance there for a win.
Yeah, it stings a little bit. I was definitely, I think, just that little bit faster, but I mean, it's whatever, you know. I can't be too mad after having to fight up from starting 10th and just having no track position all night because I was getting run over in the pack, and I almost crashed, you know, because of someone running into the back of me. But second place is a good result. I can't be too upset about finishing there, considering I made very good inroads in the points tonight. So nothing to frown about tonight, really.
Yeah, a good solid night overall, especially with Indocado having even though he got to win in half number 2 here, you know, finishing 12th. A good night in the points. And I think that's just what you need to at least, you know, stay within shot. And probably, I think after the night Damien had, probably move back into second spot in the points.
Better second than third, obviously. But I would always rather be first. But, I mean, it's okay. He's had a stellar season so far. I've had a pretty good season myself, and especially after tonight. Tonight was the best run I've had in a really long time. So I think there's a lot of potential to be the points leader pretty soon. But like you said, it's probably gonna have to wait another week or so, probably at least.
So with that night, with these good nights kind of piling up, kind of got to take it one week at a time. Does that confidence kind of carry over, after having, I believe even last week you had a rough half and still kind of rallied a little bit, but does do you think this will carry over next week to Nashville?
Considering how fast I was in both races, especially the latter half of the second one, I think it absolutely carries over. And last season, I very well could have swept Nashville if it weren't for some, stupid fuel mileage stuff. I can't stand that. I'm never on the good end of it. But I'm good there. I just had a great week, and I had race winning speed this week, and I think that Nashville gives me a lot to look forward to.
All right. Hey, I like that confidence, and I like the I don't know what the word I'm looking for right now, but we're probably gonna be talking to you next week at some point, and probably maybe in Victory Lane. I don't know if I want to call your shot for you here, but
I like to think I'm gonna spend a little more time in here than I did the first few weeks of the season, because we got all the I'm gonna call them wild card racetracks out of the way. We got a lot of the dangerous venues. A lot of the dangerous racetracks are behind us. We have a lot of relatively normal tracks coming up, save for Long Beach maybe, but that's a road course, so no worries for Long Beach. That'll be a top 5 finish, one way or another. But yeah, I think I've got some good familiar racetracks coming up, and I've got Talladega in 2 weeks. So I think there's a lot to look forward to in terms of the schedule coming up. A lot to look forward to in the pace I had tonight, and a lot to look forward to in general, because I think a really good run is on the horizon here. I think I'm getting hot just now, and I think now is a good time to get hot.
All right. Hey, I like that. Yeah, you got to get hot at the right time. Certainly looks to be, a good time as we're in the second half of the regular season. But before we let you celebrate your awesome points night, any shout-outs you want to give?
Of course, to you guys for putting on the broadcast, which I'm going to go back and watch because I love watching broadcasts. Seth for painting all of the cars you saw on track tonight. That always looks spectacular. And Johnny and DJ over at Dynasty Stock Car Racing, which is on 3Wide TV Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Big shout out to them because they're the reason I'm here. And all the guys that are behind the scenes that make this league work and come to life. Because certainly, I think tonight was certainly the best week of the season so far. And I think that there's a lot of good about to happen. So, my thanks go out to everybody who made tonight happen. Like I said, the colors and logos on the car, the guy who painted the car, and the guys who made it possible so people could look at my car. So, that's all I've got.
All right, well, King, good run. Looking forward to seeing that confidence and swagger show next week at Nashville. Hopefully we'll be able to talk to you.
I appreciate it, guys.
King Rally coming home 4th and 2nd here tonight. Next up, we'll bring up the guy who won half number 1, came 3rd. Oh, so close to maybe pulling the. Oh,
sorry, I was talking to Western Green. My bad.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry to interrupt that session there, but Beers, you put on a good show there right towards the end of half number 2, and well, heck, first I gotta ask you, how in the heck did you come from 13th all the way into 4th? It seemed like in a lap.
I said to Cooper before the race started, "I'll see you by lap 6," and then I was inside on lap 3. I was like, man, I didn't expect this actually, but I was just messing around when I said that, but there was just a little bit of a jingle off of 2 on the first lap, and I went to the top and passed about 6 cars, so that definitely helped.
Yeah, it seemed like you had it hooked up and came oh so close to getting by into Okada. Looked like you just kissed the wall that kind of screwed up that run there. But anything you could have done differently to get back into Victory Lane half number 2?
I just shouldn't have hit the wall of it too. could have lifted a little bit. I thought I was like out there because in the middle of the corner it said I was outside of him, and then off the corner right before I hit the wall, he said it was clear. So he came up and I kind of reacted off of that and scrubbed the wall, which kind of killed the right side. But no, it was a really fun race. I could drive into turn 1. I could just barely lift, and then I could be full throttle again. That's how I was getting them, because through 3 and 4 I was pretty bad. So just driving it hard into 1 and 2 I was really good all night. So 3 and 4 I got to work on.
Yeah, it seems like that's more of the troublesome corner for a lot of guys. We kind of noticed tonight. It seems like it's a little tighter, isn't it?
Especially in dirty air behind someone, and there's no real top over there, so you just gotta fall in line and hope you don't knock the right side off of 4.
Yeah, and but yeah, overall great point tonight for you, and I think getting that swagger back. Good to see you here more consistently here with these podium finishes, and next week going to Nashville. What kind of swagger do you walk into? Do you walk in there like Elvis?
Small Nashville or big Nashville? That depends.
It's big Nashville.
Oh, we're walking in there. We're doing the Vince McMahon money walk down to the ring for Nashville Super Speedway next week.
All right. Hey, Carlos is showing it. You got it.
Oh yeah, I knew he had that on deck. Carlos always got me.
So I'm assuming then you're racing in a suit and tie next week.
I will send a picture to the Discord. I will race in a suit and tie next week.
Does that mean? I mean, you wear a suit and tie, you got to be in victory lane too. That's a big ask there, buddy.
I know. I hope so. I will wear a suit and tie next week while I race.
All right, but we'll let you once again before we let you go here. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Beers Racing 6415. Actually, I forgot to mention that was my first ever win as a team owner. That's pretty cool, winning for my own team. So, shout out to Cooper and Vince especially, because they kind of had rough nights towards the end there. So they just got to pick their heads up and go after it next week. Shout out to Vic for putting up with us idiots. You guys for the broadcast as always. Nick for the win, and Kean for getting second. That was really fun up front. And Westergreen. Shout out to Dave Westergreen. He gets a bad rap because he usually gets wrecked, and then he gets mad, but I don't blame him because he's always on the short end of the stick, I feel like, and he's a pretty clean racer, and I like racing with him, so it's a shame that he gets wrecked a lot.
Yeah, it looked like tonight might have been a night to kind of change that a little bit, but unfortunately that again got that short end of the stick. But again, congratulations on that, getting back into victory lane. Another awesome show you put on half number 2. I'm looking forward to talking to you again next week.
Yeah, man, thank you.
You bet.
Bye, Carlos.
Bye.
See you guys.
See ya. That was Austin Beers. Next up, he's back in victory lane. Nick Indelcato. He held off all the challengers here tonight. And I guess first question I have for you, Nick, are you going to have enough room on your post for a 5th sticker?
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to get another win. It's been, I don't know, it feels like it's been a little bit, but I know it hasn't at the same time. So, just a solid race overall. First race didn't go my way, but I think it'll help in the points.
Yeah, certainly, especially the rough first half, getting collected in that wreck, just kind of nowhere to go there, and then being able to rally and end up in victory lane. And it's got to give you, I'm sure your confidence never teetered from the top there, but certainly got to just kind of be a little bit of a relief, I guess.
Yeah, it helps. I mean, my goal week in and week out is just to do what I can points wise and get good finishes. So, like you said in the first race, nowhere to go. I thought I played the right strategy by just diving all the way down, but Weeks just had these cars are so hard to hang on to and they're easy to overcorrect. So, yeah, just overall, just happy to bounce back in the second race and, like I said, get more points.
Yeah, more points indeed, and even though Kian, he might have had a little bit of advantage overall in the points, it's going to be pretty close. But overall, like any guy who moves up, it seems like in second behind you in points ends up having a rough night. So for you can kind of afford to maybe not win every week, but here you are once again. So as far as those points, at least regular season wise, you got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going good. I got really, I think there was a 30-point gap, which scared me, which I know it sounds like a lot, but one race can change everything. So I think the gap's probably back up to 50, 60 now, and I know Kian might take over that second spot. So like I said, just happy to get good points. He had a really good night. To be honest with you, all of our shift cars had a great night. So I feel bad for Nathaniel and Gilberto and Tyler. Those guys were running good, but this track is so sketchy. I mean, you saw everybody was getting loose. I almost binned it a couple times too.
Yeah, it's a fun track, but can be pretty treacherous at times when you least expect it as well. But I think my theme with these interviews tonight was swagger. What kind of swagger you can carry over, and of course yesterday you picked up the victory in the is it DCSR? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, DSCR. Yeah.
The DSCR. So I seen you got in the victory lane there. Oh, Zach Evans has left the building. But anyway, what kind of swagger with getting 2 wins in a row here? What kind of swagger does that carry over to Nashville next week?
Yeah, Nashville is actually a track that I particularly don't feel that I'm good at, but I've done pretty solid so far. DSCR is a great league. It's in its first year, and to be honest with you, people have done a really good job in there staying clean. Johnny Eckert, who runs it, has done a great job, doing what he needs to make it a successful league. So winning in that definitely helps. It's the next gen car, so it's 2 totally different cars, but I mean, winning will never hurt. So, coming back-to-back nights with wins in 2 different leagues is pretty fun. But, I can't say enough because tonight there's a lot of clean racing up front, and obviously we had 1 wreck at the beginning, but overall it was just a really clean night.
Yeah, and that's especially as I think Kian said, the kind of the wild card tracks that we had to begin the season. Now we're getting into maybe more than normal, where we can see a little bit more cleaner racing in general, and that's got to feel pretty good to be a part of that.
Yeah, no, definitely. We had a lot of crazy tracks to start out, and that's why, to be honest with you, that's probably why I had such a big points lead, is because Daytona worked out extremely well, and I think we had a couple road courses. So everything just worked in my favor. I got lucky. You have to get lucky when you're racing, and tonight was no different. But like I said, just happy to come away with another clean finish. It's fun when you don't wreck.
Yes, indeed. I hear you there. But before we send you off, let you celebrate that victory, pop that champagne bottle. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, you see it on the car every week. Sam Drace, great friend of mine. He does motorsports photography. So go check him out, Twitter, Instagram. Along with that, the paint schemes. They're designed by Seth Rawls, who does race with us. So if you need a paint scheme, go check him out. Check out SR Design, Twitter, Instagram, and he'll get one made for you. Along with that, Shift Esports, our team. You see us every week. Most of us are in bright colors, so check us out on Instagram, Twitter as well, and we're trying to grow the media, so it'll really mean a lot. And once again, thank you guys for broadcasting. It really gives these races a little more, meaning to win. So thank you.
You bet, dude. Well, I feel like I always got to pick on your boss, Seth Rawls, but man, that guy's pretty fast when he keeps it on all 4 wheels.
Yeah, and to be honest, he's had a pedal thing for a while where his pedal just flickers on and off. So he's trying to get that fixed. I think once he gets that fixed, he might be even faster. So I got to watch out here.
Yeah, a lot to. Yeah, even though you're dominating so far this season, you can never rest because there can always be a guy that picks up that momentum. And hey, a lot of those guys could even be on your team. But should be a fun battle to watch, and can't wait to see that continue next week at Nashville.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
You too. There's Nick Indelcato coming home with the victory in half number 2. But with that, that'll wrap up this night of racing here at Chicagoland. We've seen it all, Carlos. We've seen chaos. We've seen clean racing. It was very good, very refreshing to see here tonight. And I think Nashville could provide another solid night of awesome racing. But yeah, with that, we'll close out tonight's program. You can tune in next week, same time, right here, 3 Wide Racing TV. Until then, good night.